Afternoon everyone, so today we're at a Ford and it's a Ford Ecoboost, 1 litre Ecoboost, and it's a Ford Fiesta. Done that in the wrong order. So it's a Ford Fiesta 1 litre Ecoboost and it's a 2015 model. The customer's complaint is a crank no start. So it's a young guy's car. He had left it the previous night, came out to it in the morning, cranked it over and it would not start. But he kept cranking and cranking, and eventually you had to get the recovery service out to recover it to the garage here. So as I said to you, this is a 1 litre engine and the engine code is, was it 1M or M1JE? I think it's M1JE or JH. So let's look at the codes. So that's a full scan, so you can see in the BCM we have a tyre pressure sensor, and if you go to the PCM, which is a power control module, which is really our engine control module, we have a P0342 camshaft position sensor A circuit low and a P0367 camshaft position sensor B circuit low, and also a P0078 charge air cooler temperature sensor. So to put you in the picture, these first two are the biggies. So what's happened on this is that the timing belt has snapped. So the timing belt snap was confirmed by the guy at the RAC, or sorry, the recovery service. So the unusual thing, or the tragic thing about this Ford is it has a wet timing belt. I don't know if you can see that, but the casing in there is metal. And I spoke to the main dealers and it has a wet belt system. So what happens is the belt starts to break up and the fragments then go into the sump and get drawn up by the oil pump. So the oil pump gets clogged as well. And what usually happens is it does in cylinder number 3. You start to get a knock, but I'm not sure if you had a knock off this or no. So it does in cylinder number 3. And you have wear in the bore, and you have fragments in the sump and fragments throughout the engine. So I spoke to Steve at SY Diagnostics, check out his channel, and he says the best solution for this engine is a replacement small block, because the other gotcha in the whole thing as well is, well, this doesn't change it right enough, is the crankshaft pulley bolt, which is down in there. In order to tighten that up, you need a torque multiplier. Oh, it's hard to see that. You need a torque multiplier. So you're looking at £1,000 for that. Then you need the timing tools for that. So I don't know how much the price for that is. And in order to do the job properly, or to save yourself a bit of time, the engine has to come out. So all in all, this is a total nightmare job. So I'll need to go back to the customer and explain all that, but where do you take it from there? Oh, another thing is, because it's repeatedly been cranked, usually what happens is the exhaust valves are bent. So the head has to come out, everything has to get stripped down and checked, so not for the faint-hearted. But here's a question, have any of you put this bolt back on without using a torque multiplier? Or is there a shortcut method to doing it? I'd love to know that, to save a bit of money here, because I ain't got a torque multiplier, nor do I know anyone who's got it. So the very basis of the whole thing, we need cylinder head bolts, we need valves, we need an oil pump, we need a belt, we need the tensioner, we need the tensioner tool, and the torque multiplier. Plus dear knows what else. So that's one for today. Anyway, cheers.